All right, so I did some changes to my setup, and I wanted to share it with you because you are always here to watch my videos about gear, not anything else. But regardless, thank you to all who subscribed to the channel recently. Welcome, and I hope you enjoyed this channel. I am dabbling with making new videos because and I'm struggling a little bit because I don't know which way should I go, and I don't know exactly what you guys like because you never share your thoughts in the comments below, which I advise you to do it because it will improve the channel and improve the quality of these videos. Regardless, we're in studio right now. Outside, it's beautiful, and we should have been outside. Actually, I filmed a couple of videos outside. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put them on, but let's cut it short and talk about the subject of today, which is this. This is the OM system, OM-1, and it's the new camera that I proudly use, and I'm very happy about it. No, I didn't ditch the entire Nikon setup. I still have the Nikon Z8 that is filming me right now, but I sold the ZF and the Z50 Mark II, and I can't say I regret it. I do regret the ZF, but I had to finance this new beautiful camera, the OM system OM-1, not the Mark II. I started low. I started with this one because I got an amazing deal. This camera, along with this lens right here. This is the 75 to 300 millimeter which converts into 150 to 600 in full frame terms. This is probably the smallest, lightest plasticky lens that provides amazing quality that I've ever used. But we'll talk about that in a different video. Now, this camera, the OM-1 and the 75 to 300, I got them for an amazing price, under $1,000, which I believe was the best deal that I did in the last 3 years. So I was super happy about the deal. The camera was almost new. It has been wrapped and everything. So there was no scratches or anything outside. Now, to be honest, I don't know what's underneath the wrap. So I suppose the camera looks good. There are no issues, nothing. I probably shot already around 5,000, 6,000 images with this camera and this setup. And attached to it, it's the 300 millimeter f4 Pro, probably the most affordable 600 millimeter f4 that you will ever buy. This lens goes to around 2,000 used now. I paid well under that price, and it was in great condition. Nothing weird about it or anything. It's already wrapped, like you see. The autofocus works awesome, and we're going to talk about it later. But the OM-1 Mark I, it's my new, I would say, travel and walk around camera, while the Z8 and the 180 to 600, this is still a 600 millimeter lens, just like this one. And in terms of comparison, here it is. So this one is shorter by, I would say, 3 inches, 2.5 inches, and obviously way lighter than this one. This whole setup, it's lighter than this lens. So yeah, you're probably thinking, but Chris, you said you are not bothered by the weight of your setup as long as it's a professional setup that can provide. And it's true, it's just that to walk around with this one and the Z8, it's not necessarily the best. It's heavy and it's cumbersome to take it on walks and trails and all that. This one is very small, very portable. I feel like I'm holding a 24 to 70 probably or maybe a 70 to 200 f4. Regardless, this is a 600 millimeter f4. So OM-1, is it good? Is it bad? To me, it's amazing, and I would say it now, and I will never repeat this. I am thinking about switching to Micro Four Thirds for all my wildlife work. By the way, the website is in the works. You should check it out. I'm gonna put the link here if you want to go see a lot of stuff that I'm photographing. There are gonna be a lot of projects. I'm gonna start doing all kinds of stuff that will help you guys. Will have new images, also new projects, new stuff. Sorry for my voice. I have a little bit of an allergy. I just came back after a cold, and now I think the allergy kicks in. I hope it's the allergy, but it probably sounds a little bit weird and grudgy. Regardless, so the website is going to be on soon. Right now it's not online, but I'm working on it where you can check the images, you can order prints soon, and that's going to be a different video that we're going to talk about all this. Back to OM-1, because that's what's happening when I'm not doing videos for a long time. I'm trying to recap everything. So the OM-1 20 megapixels micro four thirds sensor, that means 2 times the magnification on any lens that you're putting on. This one, like I said, it's a 150-600, though in micro four thirds terms it's a 75-300. This one is a 300 f4 and it's a 600 f4. Let's get rid of the most annoying myth that the 300 f4 is actually a 600 f8. That's not true. You are getting the light gathering of an f4 aperture on full frame. Same thing here. The only thing that you will see a difference in, it's the bokeh, which means this one will render bokeh like an f8 on a full frame, but the light gathering, it's the same, and that's all that matters in my opinion. If you know how to manage to get close to your subject and photograph it, you won't probably need that much of a depth of field. Sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's not. This lens is not for when it's not possible. It is when it is possible, and when you can get closer and basically create your own composition and stay aware of the fact that the depth of field is going to be a little bit bigger on this one than it's going to be on this one. Actually, this one is a 6.3, so this one is an f8, so this one will ever so slightly have a better bokeh at the same focal length. But am I happy with it? Yes, I am. Like I said, 20 megapixel micro four thirds sensor, all kinds of tracking for autofocus, continuous, birds and humans and all that. It's an 1 version. The 2 version is a little bit even better, if that's possible, into acquiring focus and tracking focus. This camera is unbelievable in tracking birds in flight. I am so happy with it, and I'm gonna put some images so you guys can see. All of the images that you're seeing in this video are shot with this one. It's great, it's small, it's very portable. Though small, it has an amazing grip that basically doesn't hinder or let my pinky flow underneath. It's actually very, very solid in hand. Flip out screen, 4K video up to I think 60 frames per second. I didn't do much video with it yet. The EVF, it's 5 million dots, I believe. The battery holds up to, I would say, 500 shots. I think. I have no idea what the CPA rating is, but I'm happy with the battery. Probably 3-4 batteries always with me. I have it for the Z8 as well, so it doesn't bother me at all. What else? The buttons, tons of buttons, customizable buttons. There are a few things that we're going to talk in a different video that I would love that OM system literally change and move those or give us the ability to set up new stuff on those buttons. But other than that, a lot of buttons, a lot of configuration, two front buttons just like the Z8 and Z9. Perfect camera. You have four custom settings that you can set for whatever you want, and we're going to talk about that too later. I am very happy with the OM-1 Mark II. The image quality, it's unreal. I love the sharpness of this f4, the 300 f4, the 600 f4, whatever you want to consider it. This one takes teleconverters as well, and I'm looking forward to buy a 1.4 x teleconverter for this lens to make it a little bit longer just in case I need it. Obviously the aperture is going to go higher to 5.6, but I won't mind that. Now the elephant in the room, the ISO. This lens being a high quality lens, a pro lens, and a lens that has all the coatings and everything that you will expect from a high-end lens. Renders the grain very well. I actually shot images, I believe, around 12,800. But with the noise reduction software that we have these days, I don't see a problem. I use the DxO Pure Raw. I actually used a lot of the Lightroom AI denoise, and I'm very happy with the results. Probably not the same level as this lens, which is the 300mm f4 PF, which is my only prime for Z mount, which is not a Z mount, it's an F mount. But regardless, probably the detail on the Z8 with this lens, it's a little bit better than on the OM-1 and the 300 M4. But listen, I'm shooting wildlife photography because I love to document and I love nature, and I want to be part of this, let's see, movement of conserving and protecting this planet in any way and by any means possible. So for me, that is what I can come up with. This is my add-on to all this work that all these companies are doing to protect, and all the conservation efforts that are going on these days to support and maybe prolong the life of this beautiful planet and all the creatures and living organisms on it. I know that many photographers are shooting micro four thirds because of the reach and because of the depth of field. It's a great camera for macro as well because it has a bigger depth of field than the normal full frame and APS-C as well. That's it. That's pretty much it, I think, about this first video on the OM-1. We're going to talk about the lens. We're going to talk more in depth about the OM-1 on how I feel about it and why there's some things that still need a little bit of work. We're going to talk about this lens, the small 75 to 300, which is a 150 to 600 in terms of full frame, and how good this lens is to start with and pair it with either this or the OM-1 Mark II or 3. This is a great lens for wildlife if you are not getting serious about it, or if you want to start seeing what wildlife is all about. I did purchase another camera, but I didn't want to tell you. I'm just too excited about it. This is another micro four thirds camera, and I'm not gonna talk much about it because it doesn't make sense. This is gonna have a different video. This is an Olympus pen, if you know what that is. Probably not the one that you're expecting, but still an Olympus pen, and it's an awesome camera for many reasons. I'm already at 1 bar on the battery on my Z8 because I didn't charge the battery. I am super happy with the OM-1 and all my investments lately, and it's probably gonna become my new camera, my favorite camera. I still need to probably find a replacement for the Z8 to film me on these videos and film me outside we'll look into that. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.